Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Hello and welcome to this Zwift Run live stream. My name is Stephen. I'm a Zwift ambassador, a community run leader and your host today. There's a countdown clock up there showing how long to go before the start of the main event, so you've probably got time to tidy the kitchen, take the trash out and grab yourself a drink before we get going. If you've never seen Zwift before, it's an online game where athletes from all over the world train, compete against and socialise with each other live and in real time. All you need to take part is a foot pod, an internet connection, access to a treadmill and a device on which to run the Zwift app. You can use a computer, an iPad, an iPhone, a high-end Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. If you have a smart treadmill, you don't even need a foot pod, as your treadmill will send your speed direct to Zwift. Once you've logged in and made sure your equipment is connected, you can join others live for structured group workouts or social runs. You could do a solo workout or take part in one of the many in-game challenges. You could also pit yourself against people from all over the world in a race. There are various Zwift worlds. Some are based on existing places like London, New York, Innsbruck, Richmond, Virginia and Harrogate in the UK. But the biggest world is the fictional Watopia, where you can run in glass tunnels underwater, through the middle of a volcano, in a jungle, up to the top of a snow-capped mountain and on country trails. Watopia is where the Zwift developers let their imagination fly. Like any computer game, the more you run, the higher up the levels you climb and the more virtual goodies you require. If you're a regular treadmill runner, Zwift is going to transform your training. If you're a hater, Zwift is going to change the way you think about indoor running. Before we go any further, if you're watching on YouTube, please click that subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time we go live on this channel. If you're watching on Facebook, please click the like button on the Film My Run page. Film My Run is also my other YouTube channel where I post real world runs, so if you're interested in marathons, ultra running, 10Ks or triathlons, you'll find product reviews, interviews and races over on that channel. I've been running all my life. I started running long distance races in 2011 when I ran my first half marathon, and that was followed a year later by my first marathon in Paris. I've run the Paris Marathon every year since and have now run well over 100 marathons and ultras. I started using Zwift at the beginning of 2015 when indoor cycling and smart trainers really took off. In the early days, I held the long distance record for cycling of 500 kilometres on Zwift for about 48 hours. And when running started in 2016, I was the first person to run a marathon on Zwift. So if you have any questions about Zwift, if I don't know the answer, I probably know somebody who does. Okay, so now you can go and take the trash out and get that drink. And make sure you keep an eye on that countdown and be back in time for the start proper. Well, go on then, don't just sit there gawping at me. Basically, this message is going to go around in a loop again and again until the start of the run, so you may as well go and do something constructive in the meantime. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work. Welcome along. It is Monday. We are back on the train. We are on the community run. It's 6:30 in the evening here in the UK, 7:30 Central European time, and sometime around lunchtime in the US. Hello, wherever you are. We are running 10 kilometres, and this is the PACK FMR MHG ZLDR community run. We've got Bob de Boer, Sebastian Volt, we've got Yoko, we've got Steve Davies, we've got Jens, we've got Sarah Jacobson, we've got Mick Cheney. Loads of people. Leo Loughran is there, Jens Conradi is there. Hi guys, welcome along, thanks for running with us today. Welcome to the community run. Running is like walking, but just a bit faster. We do running a lot on here. If you like running, you are in the correct place. Hello Yoko, hello Heather, hello Kev DeLuca, hello Amy, Sarah, Sebastian, all watching or listening on YouTube. Hi gang. If you are watching on YouTube or Facebook or Twitch, thanks for joining us. We've got an hour of running, 10 kilometres an hour the whole way round, for me anyway. I'm doing the beacon run tonight, so I am the yellow beacon. So I am run leader this evening. Yellow beacon will be going at 10 kilometres an hour. Oh, yellow beacon. No, still didn't get it right. Oh dear. If you only barely tolerate running, you are also very welcome. And probably still in the correct place. Theo Heldorn has joined us as well. Congratulations to everyone who's been doing some crazy outdoor running over the weekend. Well done to Theo. Yeah, Theo Heldorn, I can't remember how far his run was, but he was running at the weekend, posted some photos on Facebook, which was good to see. Saw some more Diana and the gang in Brussels as well. Eindhoven Marathon for Theo in sub 4 hours. Well done, Theo. Excellent running, Theo. Full stop. Sub 4 hours. Oh. Eindhoven Marathon. Yeah, and Kev says it was a great weekend in Brussels with the crew. Who ran Chicago Marathon? Question mark. Anyone run Chicago this weekend? I know there were some people on Zwift, and now I can't remember who it was, who were definitely running Chicago. Evan ran 3:20, very good. I'm sure there were a few people from here doing Chicago. Less than 2 weeks now until some of us meet in Sussex, UK for the Beachy Head Marathon. Sarah Jacobson says, I dropped out last month because I wasn't ready. Do you know what? I knew there were some people who I kind of knew better who were running. I don't know Evan very well. Well, I don't know him at all, but I mean, obviously I know him on here. But yeah, okay, so Sarah Jacobson was due to run Chicago but dropped out because she wasn't ready. Have you deferred it? Can you defer it till next year, Sarah? And Steve Davis also dropped out a month ago. Okay. So Sarah Jacobson, for goodness sake, Stephen. So Sarah Jacobson and Steve Davis have deferred until next year. Oh no, you've deferred already from last year. Oh my goodness. So, Berlin, London, Chicago, all over for another year. There is another marathon next week, isn't there? Sarah Jacobson says, I have a guaranteed entry because I run some of their other races locally. Okay. Yeah, I guess people who live in Chicago should have a priority if they want to get in. So Clive's already done Monday Run Club, has he? I see. And he's already done MHG Run Club as well at midday today. So, Clive, are you saying this is your third event of the day? Question mark. Yes, it is. It is his third event of the day. Amsterdam Marathon this Sunday, yes. Thank you, Heather. So I think Nick Bester is the only person I know who's doing all 4 marathons. So Nick Bester ran a 2:20 at Berlin. I don't know. Some of you will know Nick Bester, who is he's a YouTuber. So from South Africa. So he ran a 2:20 in Berlin. Then he ran 2:30 something, 2:37 in London. And he's just done a 2:40 in Chicago. Yes, Steve, he is a very fast runner. As Ruck, he is a YouTube creator, but also a very fast runner, and has run Berlin, London and Chicago, and will be doing Amsterdam next week. Crazy schedule. Paul Hayward says Clive's wife has no more jobs for him to do, which is why he's been on the treadmill 3 times today. And we are 2 kilometres in. Yellow Bacon Group is 2 kilometres in with 8 to go. I have no idea who Kate is, but apparently you can get her to go. Kevin says your voice to text is magical today. Kevin, my voice to text is already a disaster. However, it's also entertaining. I mean, how can it turn the number 8 into the word Kate? Question mark. My voice to text is an absolute state, mate. Don't start calling me Kate, Kevin. Welcome if you're just joining the live stream. We are live from Sussex, UK at 6:46 in the evening, running the community run. We're live on the Zwift Run channel, and we are on Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. This morning you might have seen Clive Finnemore doing the MHG 5k lunchtime run. And then we've got this run this evening, and then tomorrow we've got Film My Run 500 in the morning. And then I'm sure we'll think of something exciting to do in the evening. Come November, we're hoping to up the number of live streamers on the channel. So as well as myself and Clive, hopefully we've got 2 or 3 other live streamers lined up to broadcast to you, to make it a more regular live streaming service here on the Zwift Run channel. I used to have a girlfriend called Kate. I don't think she's a runner, though. Arr. It's always important to practice your pirate voice whilst running on the treadmill. Adrian says, we now have a Kate to join Janet. Yes. Mick Cheney says, did somebody say pirates? Where is the rum? Clive says, don't get me ending up talking like a pirate again. I sound like a Cornish farmer. Oh yeah, don't say more pirates again, or Mick will start running naked with only a hat and a bottle of rum. Oh Lord, preserve us from that. Amy says, right, I have to go and pick up my daughters. Take care, Amy, see you soon. Well done on your run the other day, by the way. You were not rubbish at all. That was an amazing run. Round and round in loops, Amy went the other day. And she managed, how many hours? 4 hours of just going round and round. 30 kilometres or something, was it, in the end? You did amazing, Amy. Really good. 7 kilometres to go of the community run. By the way, if you would like to follow this madness in more detail, ellipsis, this run is always live streamed on the Tinternet. On Tinternet, there should be no the there. It should be this run is always live streamed on Tinternet. Yeah, Amy confirming 20 miles she did outside. She says, I don't like the outside. Yeah, it's a frightening place to be, Amy. Don't go there too often if you don't have to. Yoko, hello Yoko. Yoko says, great, Amy, well done. Sebastian, happy Monday, Victoria. Victoria, happy Monday all. She says Victoria's just been to the track with my son Ellis for his evening track session. Clara, I see Steve trying to edge away from you. Full stop. Don't let him go. Come on, Clara, catch up. Right, is that Clive going? Right, Sarah Jacobson says, so we've all agreed to call Stephen Kate. As long as I get to continue calling... In fact, I think I have an auntie called Kate Cousins. I think I've got an auntie called Kate. Is she called Kate? Yeah, I'm sure she's called Kate. Victoria, if you're watching, just to explain, when we got to 2 kilometres, I said the Beacon group has done 2 kilometres with 8 to go, but the voice to text changed it to Kate, so now everyone's calling me Kate. We are not a close family! Exclamation mark. My uncle has been married a couple of times. I've forgotten which one he's on. That sounds terrible. That sounds really bad. Alfredo, hello. He says it's a good way to start the week. Victoria's just reminding me, she says, we're starting to plan the Paris Marathon training and wondering which days are best. Yeah. Kevin, you are in trouble when I see you in Paris. Vidar says, Stephen, maybe I've asked this before, but what are you wearing on Zwift? It is the Pride On kit from 2021 or 2021. So it's the Pride On. So if you ran any of the Pride On runs in 2021, then that's the kit I'm wearing. Apart from the hat, and the hat is a bucket hat, which I can't remember. I can't remember where I got that from now. Oh, you definitely have to sign up now, Kevin. Right, Sarah's going to sing a duet with Kevin. Sarah and Kevin are planning to sing a duet to us all. I saw it, Sarah. You cannot escape it. If my voice to text goes haywire and I don't get away with it, then you can't get away with yours going haywire. So Kevin and Sarah are going to sing a duet. Do you want to sing it now or wait until we get to Paris? Question mark. Or you could do both. Right, Paul Hayward says he liked the long run on a Saturday when we did the Paris Marathon training. Sabrina says here is probably safer. Sabrina, I think you're right. Yes, so obviously we're planning a karaoke night in Paris. Sarah, we are now. Brilliant, right. So, karaoke in Paris. Sarah Jacobson and Kevin DeLuca will be serenading us for the entire evening. They better get their set together. Kevin and Sarah, you'll be on for half an hour. I suggest preparing your set. We need a mix of oldies, goldies, and modern hip hop, please. Only if you're going to be with us in Paris, Sabrina. Whilst we're talking about Paris, we are starting the Paris Marathon training sessions in January. I'm not sure, but I assume goldies are records which have achieved gold disc rated sales. So is a gold disc 100,000 sales? Or something like that? You get a gold disc, don't you? Tom Cool's only going to be in Paris if they have an 800 metres. No, it's just a marathon, Tom, I'm afraid. Last year, for the Paris Marathon training, we had interval sessions on a Tuesday, long run on a Saturday. Does that sound sensible again? Or do we want to move either of those sessions to a different day? Question mark. Paul Hayward says, yeah, they're called golden oldies, aren't they? So, yeah. Sarah Jacobson says, the interval sessions might work best for me on a Wednesday. Do you know what? Me too as well, actually. To be honest, interval sessions might work well for me on a Wednesday as well. Sarah, if we do move them to Wednesdays, you need to actually turn up. None of this, I have a work call scheduled. Excuses. Vidar says, I've never done a marathon before, but maybe I do want to join in on the marathon training. Vidar, you are more than welcome. It's all part of your elusive charm, Sarah. Good to see Clara has taken the lead over Steve. I do not want to see a 5-minute mile at the end, Steve. We're well over halfway, by the way, running through the villages now. We've been very busy chatting. Clara says, he's a good egg. The best. It's an interval session. Different to a long run. There are plenty of people to go round. Vidar says, I want to tick off that marathon badge someday. I did a half marathon on Saturday Plus 100 kilometres on the bike. Oh, Bob DeBoer says Apple TV just stopped. It's all good. It's all good, Jens. As long as we are running, that's what counts. Remember, guys, we have plenty of events throughout the week. We'll stop. Check the companion app to join the most suitable one for you. Hey Google, reply. My laptop is on the sofa in the lounge. We have bought some mince pies, which we will be eating as we get closer to Christmas. Live treadmill running and mince pie eating is always special. Right, Sarah Jacobson's, she's definitely planning this karaoke night. She says, what should our first song be? Any thoughts about what Sarah and Kevin's first song should be? What's that one Jennifer Warnes and especially when you crush the crumbs into the treadmill? Sabrina, it has happened on many occasions. Kevin, a Marmite mile sounds fantastic. Paul Hayward says mince pie season is back. Absolutely. Nikki's with us. Hey, Nikki, didn't see you there. Good to have you with us. Clara says a mate of hers did a mince pie park run. Clara, somebody told me that Marmite tastes great on mince pies. So last year we tried it live on the channel. Full stop. It didn't go well. Yeah, it wasn't great. I seem to remember it wasn't horrible, but it certainly isn't something I would want to regularly have. Marmite on mince pies. So, where are we? We're 6.5k in, just over 6.5k in to the community run. 40 minutes elapsed. So we should hit 10 kilometres, the end of the run, in 1 hour exactly. We'll stay at this pace and just keep it moving. Just coming out of the village now with Mount Fuji behind us. You can see there in the distance. Thanks for joining, Sabrina. See you again soon. "19 minutes to go. "19 minutes to go for the yellow bacon group. Oh, apparently we're now the yellow baking group. Oh, you couldn't make it up, could you? Half of these things that voice to text comes up with. Right, Kevin says now for the Kate. I'm not renaming it the Kate group. I don't know, Sarah. Unfortunately, Diana is still in Brussels. Brad Walden says, new to running, how would you recommend I start? I've been cycling on Zwift for 2 years. Brad, so you know about Zwift, you're on Zwift already. Well, first of all, do you have a treadmill? If you've got a treadmill, you probably just need a foot pod, or download something called the Runcline app, RUNCLINE app, which will automatically connect to Zwift, and you can kind of set the treadmill speed on it. So that's an easy way to start, is if you set your treadmill to say 10 kilometers an hour, you can just set the Runcline app to 10 kilometers an hour as well. Now, obviously, every time you change speed on the treadmill, you'd have to change it on the app. So it's an easy way to start, but it can get a bit convoluted. So the other thing to do is to buy yourself a foot pod, and that sits on the shoe, and then that will connect to Zwift and get you moving in the game. Let me just play you actually my little video. Here, I'll have a watch of this. It's so easy to get set up with Zwift running. Here's what you need. Firstly, access to a treadmill. It could be at home or at the gym, but any treadmill will work with Zwift. To get you moving in game, we need a speed source. Traditionally, we use a foot pod, like the Zwift Pod or the Stride, but you can also use the Run Smart treadmill sensor, your Apple Watch, one of the newer Garmin watches, the TSS app, and if you have a smart treadmill, your treadmill will connect directly to Zwift without the need for another device. Now simply download the Zwift app onto a Mac, a PC, an iPhone, an iPad, an Android device. Zwift even works on Apple TV. Finally, pair your speed source in the app. Pairing heart rate from your watch or a chest strap is also a great addition to Zwift. And that's it. You're all set up for solo runs, solo or group workouts, challenges and real-time racing on Zwift with people from all over the world. So hopefully that's explained a few things. There are a few things that are different now. So you can connect to Zwift if you've got one of the modern Garmin watches, but also if you've got a Chorus watch. Some of those watches now connect directly to Zwift. They're not very accurate because they rely on the movement of your wrist, which is not great. Yes, I do need to update that video. You're right, Kevin, I do need to update that video. And also, yeah, people tend to use the Runcline app more than the TSS app these days, but both of them are still available. And Adrian says you can use the Run Smart Treadmill Sensor. Yeah, that was on the video as well. Run Smart Treadmill Sensor attaches to your treadmill and measures the speed of the treadmill belt. So there's lots of different options. It can seem a little bit confusing at times, but it's fairly easy, really. You just need a device to send speed to Zwift. Oh, more lovely spam. Unfortunately, nothing I can do about that. Well, actually, there is, but it would mean me monitoring it live, because at the moment all your chat messages just go automatically onto the stream. But I can moderate them, but I can only moderate them in real time. So I'd have to sit here with the mouse or the keyboard and kind of delete them. Sarah, yeah, the Stride FootPod is what Sarah's talking about. The Stride FootPod is the most expensive FootPod you can get, but it is the most accurate of all the FootPods. So if you want to spend the money, and they are about $200, yeah, if you want to spend the money, you can buy a Stride FootPod, STRYD, Sarah. Okay, so not too far to go now, a couple of kilometres, just over 2 kilometres. I didn't ask if anyone is doing the Amsterdam Marathon next weekend, ? Actually, that isn't a question, is it? I didn't ask if anyone is doing the Amsterdam Marathon next weekend is a statement. Not a question, but nevertheless, I'm sure people will understand what I mean. Oh yeah, I do know why I spelled it wrong. Sorry. Yes, I'll let you off. Is the British ultra running champion going too fast for you, Mick? ? Mick! Two kilometres to go. The Yellow Bacon group has 2 kilometres to go. We've already done Kate. Oh yeah, don't forget Mick is running naked with a hat, so it's not so easy. Brad says, what about the workouts? Can you recommend some starting ones? Yes, definitely. So let me go to the workout menu. Hold on. So I say... Oh, you can't go to the workout menu while you're in an event. Never mind. Right, the 5k builder. The 5k, couch to 5k one. Whatever that's called. Get yourself on the 5k builder plan. That'll take you through a few weeks of training to get you up to speed. Hopefully you've already got good cardio, so it's just a case of getting your running legs sorted. So a 5k builder will get your running legs sorted. It's best you don't know, Sarah. we asked her to make drinks all round. She threw the tea towel on the floor and told me, "I'm not your slave." She stormed out and I haven't seen her since. She was muttering something about the Foreign Legion. I think it's best we end this stream very soon, isn't it, Sarah? It's going the wrong way. Victoria says easy up and down the ladder is a good introduction to workouts. So go into the workout menu and look for 30 minutes to burn, and then easy up and down the ladder, says Victoria. She likes that one. If you are coming to the end of the 10K, well done. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next week. Don't forget, we still have places for Manchester and Paris meetups. Do consider coming to join us next year. The pre-race meals are always a riot. Correction, Kevin, Sarah and Kevin's karaoke. Leo's finished. He says that run was for World Mental Health Day. He says, I hope you're well, mate. Thank you, buddy. So, Leo, is it World Mental Health Day today then? Leo was running this evening for World Mental Health Day. Running is a superb way to deal with mental health issues. Chemical reactions from running can make you feel better. social interaction when running and make you feel better. Fresh air, beautiful scenery, even on the treadmill, can make you feel better. And remember, be kind always, because you don't know what people are going through. Big love, as always, to Leo, who is still mourning the loss of his wife. Right, 500 meters to go. Sarah says, I'm so sorry, Leo. And Kev says, Leo, stay strong, we're here for you. Yeah, always will be, Leo. You know that. 500 metres to go. Jens says, see you. Jens is off. Well done, Jens. Let's just drop a few ride-ons to the people that are left. Well done, Clara, Weiss. There's Sarah and Theo. There's Steve and Sebastian. Well done, guys. Yoko says, thank you very much. And Yoko ran with Nikki today. Well done. Oh, Leo. Yeah, I will have a look at that, Leo, buddy. Yeah. Speak to you soon, buddy. Two minutes to go, 400 metres. Well done, everyone who's taken part today. Angela says, my condolences, Leo. Thank you very much for watching on the live stream on YouTube and Twitch and Facebook on the Zwift Run channel. Sebastian says, thank you. Well done, everyone. Thank you for leading the beacon, Kate. If you weren't here earlier, I have been renamed Kate. Sarah Jacobson says, thanks again, Kate. Nikki says, Yoko is my back two partner coach. She is the best. Well done, Yoko. Good work, Yoko and Nikki. Just rounding the corner with Mount Fuji in the distance there. Coming up to the finish line for the end of another community run. We'll be back tomorrow with the Film My Run 500, 11:35 UK time, 12% on your treadmill. We will climb a big hill together. And in a minute, we'll stop. We'll just have a little look at what's on tomorrow evening. I think we'll probably do the Pretzel Run Stage 2 tomorrow evening. Leo says he doesn't want to start crying because he's soaked through already. And here we come. Up to the line, 10k done. There we go. Right, let's just have a quick look at what is on tomorrow. Tomorrow. I think we're going to go probably for the Pretzel Stage 2 run. So, tomorrow. So, you can see at 11:35. There we are, 11:35 for the Film My Run 500. So, let's click and join that. That's tomorrow in the morning. Or early afternoon if you're in Europe, Central European time, 12:35. And very early in the morning if you're in the States, but do get out of bed and come and join us. And then in the evening, let's see what time. So it looks like 7 o'clock. There's the ZLDR speed session if you want to go and do that. We will do the London Pretzel 5K Stage 2 run tomorrow. So 7 p.m. tomorrow evening, the Pretzel Run. Stage 2. There are 3 stages of the Pretzel Fest run. It started last week with Stage 1, obviously, which was 7.4k. And then this week we've got Stage 2, and then next week is Stage 3. And if you want a lovely Lederhosen running kit, then you need to go and do this run. If you haven't seen it, let me show you. So, for doing any of the stages, you get this kit, look. Let's have a look at the shirts. So, in here somewhere, I should have my Lederhosen. Because there it is. So, there's the Lederhosen top. And then you come back out of the top and you go to the shorts. And you go up here and you find the Lederhosen shorts, which, that's them there. And there's your Lederhosen kit. And then if you carry on stages 2 and 3, you get the socks and the shoes as well. And I think there's a hat. Yeah, there is a hat as well. Right, but anyway, I'm going to go back to my my Pride On kit. Which people kind of know me by that now, so I do like to wear it regularly. Oh, that's the new one. That's the 2022 Pride On kit, by the way. But we want the 2021 Pride On kit, which is that one. There we go. So yeah, if you want a Lederhosen kit, come and do the Pretzel Fest run, Stage 2. I'm doing it at 7 p.m. tomorrow. Right, so Stage 2, you get the shoes, apparently. Victoria's just told me. So Stage 2, you get the shoes, and Stage 3, it's either the socks or the hat. Let me have a look, actually, because it does tell you here. The hat. So you've missed the sock. If you haven't done Stage 1, you've missed the socks, because you get those in Stage 1. So Stage 2 is the shoes, and Stage 3 is the hat. So there you go. Right, that's it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Been a bit of a fun one. Lots of banter. Might have got myself into some hot water. Managed to change my name to Kate for some reason. But there we are. Take care, everyone. We will see you tomorrow for Film My Run 500. Bye-bye.